We are joined in the studio by ever so beautiful Sakhile Dube, Miss Universe. Oh my goodness, good morning.
Good morning, Marisa. How are you?
Very well, thank you. You look so lovely and
Thank
pink
you.
and elegant. I even changed my legs. I need to sit properly.
It's too.
Yeah, with the training, how is your training having to do this? How have your experiences been in becoming Miss Universe?
Being Miss Universe has been an exceptional experience for me. And when I went to Mexico, the massive support that I received from Zimbabwe, it showed me that Zimbabwe is on its way going to the top, and we are now putting brand Zimbabwe on the map. So for me, that has been an amazing experience. I've had such amazing times. I've met inspirational people as well. And, you know, it changes the whole, your life. It changes who you are in such a good light. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity.
That is absolutely incredible. I mean, last year, even being on the international stage of Miss Universe, the whole world, you didn't make the 12?
Yeah, no, I just made top 30.
Top 30.
Yeah.
So that experience for you, how did it make you feel? How was that like?
It was a great moment for me. I've always said that going for Miss Universe, I was not going as Sakhile, I was going as Zimbabwe. So seeing Zimbabwe being recognized on an international stage like that, it really made me super proud. So I was really proud, and for me it was really like paving the way for the next queen, for the next person coming. I know that whatever I did, the next person is going to just pick it up and, you know, keep it moving.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the things that you have done during your reign? Because I did ask you earlier when it's finishing.
Yes.
And you said in May. So some of the things that you have done from when you were appointed Miss Universe Zimbabwe until now.
Okay. So what I have been focusing on since my crowning is working on my charity foundation. I have been focusing on working on the Zibusiso Foundation, which I am actually launching today. So we have the official launch of my foundation, which is dedicated to empowering vulnerable children, underprivileged children in Zimbabwean communities through educational opportunities and vocational skills development. So I have dedicated my reign to growing my foundation and being able to, you know, just be a hope for the children out there. And there's a project that I started with children in Barre, which is beadwork. So that is basically what I want to keep doing and continue growing their projects, because I believe that every child deserves a right to education.
That's brilliant. And outside of this foundation that you're launching, what else can we expect?
Oh, I have exciting news actually. So I'm also launching my fashion brand, which is called Z The Labo. So it's a fashion clothing and styling brand. So I'm also excited to be introducing that to you, as you know, we're going to be venturing into this fashion journey. So it's something that I've always wanted to do. So having this moment when it's actually coming to life, it's really super exciting.
So I understand, like, even in your journey, I'm sure you've probably been looking up to other models and other people. And we do know that there are some young ladies who look up to you with all the foundations you're starting and your fashion line. What words of advice would you give the young lady who's looking at you and saying, I just want to be like you? What words of advice would you give them?
My advice is that you have to start somewhere. Your background does not define your potential. It does not matter where you are coming from. What matters is what you're doing right now to achieve your goals, and your dreams are valid. So just keep going, but start somewhere and always surround yourself with positive people, someone you can always learn something from. That is my advice to you today, to all the incredible young women out there.
That is incredible. That is incredible. Sakhile, what is the biggest thing that you have learned on your journey? I know there's pros and there's cons. Maybe if you can just touch on both sides. What's the biggest thing you've learned in that regard?
I feel like for me, the biggest thing is I learned that there is power in giving back. When you give back to your community, it actually nourishes you as a person. And having people look up to you, being able to be someone's role model, it shapes you as well. And it teaches you a lot about yourself and also how to live with other people. So for me, that has been the biggest lesson that I've learned. And it's something that I'll always take with me as my reign ends as well. So yeah, it has been amazing.
And a challenge that you faced?
I think the biggest challenge that I faced is, for me personally, to have to be like being on an international stage coming from Zimbabwe. Most people don't know Zimbabwe. So when you go out there, you always have to work 10 times harder than other models, than other countries. But for me, as I said, being recognized coming from Zimbabwe was also like a step from that challenge. So I feel like now we are on our way to actually breaking barriers as Zimbabwe.
That is brilliant. Your story is just so inspirational, and you know, I do commend you. It takes bravery. I mean, I would just be so scared, but it takes bravery to do the things that you have done. And thank you so much for representing Zimbabwe so beautifully. You know, literally inside and outside. Sakhile, thanks for joining us right here on Morning Rush. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Konapo, ipapo, ipapo.